Here we go with the first semi-final of the Warcraft 3 tournament. Grubby against Lin. Any Grubby fans in the audience? Oh, that's quite some. Any Lin fans in the audience? Well, so seems like 50-50 over here. See Grubby on the left side of the screen, Lin on the right side of the screen. Yeah, second map is going to be Echo Isles, and third map, if necessary, Ancient Isles. I'm a little bit surprised with that third map, but I'm going to fall back later to that. First of all, Twisted Meadows. Well, we've seen it all yesterday. There's definitely not going to be anything different. There's no other way to start off than with a Blade Master in this map. Certainly when you play against these guys. On lower levels, perhaps you can get away with a Fashi now and then, but if you play against any of these two guys, there's no way. You're going to have to play for a Blade Master. That is what both players are going to do. We can see Grubby, I believe, is the red orc. Yeah, there we go. Grubby spawning at the 5 o'clock position, being the red orc player from the Netherlands. Lin spawning in the 7 o'clock position, being the blue orc player from Korea. And Nick, share your thoughts on this best of 3?
Yeah, I mean, this Orc Mirror, I don't know too much about Orc Mirror. I mean, you probably know better than I do, but what creep patterns can we see on Twisted Meadows as far as maybe we'll see a Farseer? You said it is a viable option, but most of these players are Blade Master players.
Yeah, I mean, Fashi is okay, but it's not good enough against these guys. They know exactly how to play against it, so we're definitely going to see Blade Master. Most likely you will see... I like Lin's spawning position a little bit more because he spawns closer to the Goblin Merchant, which means he can sell his Town Porter straight away. We'll pick up that Circlet of Nobility, and for Grubby that's going to take a little longer. Grubby on the other end could just start off creeping the orange spot straight away, but you don't really want to do that with an empty inventory because you're going to take a little bit more damage. Scouting is already going to be important. I think both players will scout right on. Grubby's going to scout to the left, and I think Lin is going to scout to the right, but we're going to see that right now. No, he's going to scout to the top position, while Grubby is going to scout to the left, so they both scout clockwise, and that's a little nicer for Grubby, but most of the time when Lin will see Grubby's peon arrives in his base, he will know where Grubby's base was at all.
Yeah, I mean, once that peon gets there, Lin will know where Grubby spawned, so that's definitely good for him. Are we going to see maybe like the Blade Master come out and do some harass, or is it better to creep to level 2 or level 3 like we saw on Terranistan?
I think Lin is going to try to sell his Town Porter straight away, then go for creeping. Grubby might go for the harassment, because as I said, he's much further away from the Goblin Merchant. So perhaps he will try to run to Lin's base straight away. And if Lin would go for an early Voodoo Lines, you know, of course, the shop where you can buy your healing salves, perhaps Grubby will try to force a cancel on that straight away. But we're going to see, we're going to find it out in 45 seconds. It's hard to predict. Grubby is known for mixing up his style, certainly in Mirror. He has lots of variable creep patterns, and I mean, Grubby is a mastermind in that kind of stuff, so you can never say for sure what Grubby is going to do or how he's going to open.
Yeah, it's definitely a good idea to change that up. We do have the Voodoo Lounge going for Grubby, so it looks like he probably does want to creep and get some early solves for that hero. Grubby did scout him, so that's good for him that he saw that where he's creeping. He's going to sell the TP for Lin and grab the Circlet and the Dust. Now we have Grubby's girlfriend on the screen.
Of course, Grubby running to the Goblin Merchant as well, but he knows that there's nothing to shop there anymore. So he's just going to stay here, make sure if Lin is going to start off creeping this orange camp, that Grubby is right there on top of it. What Grubby is doing right now is excellent. He is there with his grunt, like giving Lin the suggestion that he's actually there. He's going to try to get the last hit. He has to be a little bit careful with his grunt though. There we go, first creep for Lin. But I like what Grubby did. He gave Lin the impression he was there with his Blade Master while he actually wasn't there. That made Lin a little bit more cautious creeping that, and he took a little bit of extra damage. And those are the small things which really matter a lot already in Orc Mirror.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Lin's Blade Master is already very, very weak, so that was definitely good by Grubby. He is going to force him to use Assault very early on. Grubby going with a little bit faster tech, I think, and a later shot. I mean, what does that usually entail?
Well, that is because he scouted Lin's base and he knew that Lin was going to open up with that Goblin Merchant selling item thing and then going to creep. So he would know that he could like build his Voodoo Lines a little bit later and it would still be in no danger of not getting up. So that's basically what it came down. See, both players will most likely pick up the boost of speed as well. Not sure what time it is, but it's probably around 18:30. And of course at 1900 the boots spawn and you will see both players going for that straight away. Lin having a little experience lead so far, and that is just purely because of the position he's spawning at. But that's not game breaking, that can still change around, so no big deal yet for Grubby.
Yeah, I mean, Grubby hasn't really creeped anything, but like you said, Lin's Blade Master is only half a level, so that's not a big deal right now. Just going to run around and try and kill some grunts. I mean, Is it important to kill some grunts right now, or
Yeah,
just kind of creep around?
No, that's definitely important, but the opposite of Terran stand, where you're gonna get damage boosting items straight away, it's a lot tougher to creep. Grubby's actually going for the Troll Trapper. He's gonna hope for a Tome of Experience. It's gonna be interesting to see what tome is he gonna get, and he is getting an Intelligence Dome. That's not very good. He did manage to pick up the boost speed as well. Lin doing the same on the other side of the screen. Let's see if he gets a little bit more lucky than Grubby did. A Tome of Experience would be a huge deal, but he does not get it. So both players not getting undeserved lucky, so we're still in balance.
Yeah, I mean, both of them trying to get that XP tome. That's definitely a smart play by them. Lin is still leading in the experience right now. Lin's Blade Master is following Grubby, and I'm curious to see if he's going to creep this or not.
This might be the first huge thing that we're going to get onto the game. Lin's going to try to get the last hit on this creep. He's going to be able to get it. There we go. Lin levels up to level 2. Grubby's not being totally aware of that. Dust of Appearance being used. Just 60 HP. Whoa, 4 HP. Wow.
Wow, that was way too close for Grubby. He definitely needs to watch and be careful with that.
Wow, just 4 HP left on that Blade Master. And losing your Blade Master would have been absolutely huge. You can see Lin is meanwhile trying to focus up this no overseer. Who's going to get the last hit on this? Lin should be able to get it with his Blade Master. No, Grubby got it. Wow, Grubby got the last hit with the grunt. Huge for Grubby right there. Lin did manage to pick up the item. Oh my god, Lin's actually Blade Master getting surrounded. He does have one more Windwalk. Grubby using Spin Scroll. Lin has been really careful. One more hit. Oh my god. 27 HP. Grubby's Blade Master is faster. Grubby's Blade Master is going to try to get the last hit. No, Speed Scroll runs out. Oh my god. Wow, both these players already living up to the expectation. Sick.
Yeah, both of these players are playing very, very risky, but still keeping their heroes alive. That's very impressive by both players to keep their heroes alive right there.
Wow, Grubby's Blade Master dropping down to 4 HP. Lin's Blade Master dropping down to 20 HP, but with Grubby catching there. And wow, what smart movement was that of Lin's Blade Master actually. Grubby meanwhile is just hanging out at the back of Lin's base. He knows that Lin doesn't have any mana left for a Windwalk, and he also knows that Lin wants to get to his Voodoo Lounge. There we go, that Beastar is a little bit too offensive. That Blade Master is going to be able to force a cancel on that. So Grubby's definitely getting back into this game after he got the last hit on that Gnoll Overseer.
Yeah, we saw this yesterday. Grubby's very good at going in here with his timing and killing those tier 2 buildings, preventing him from getting any army going. Yeah, like we saw versus Focus, he did the exact same thing.
Voodoo Line is not up yet for any of these players. We can see Lin actually did manage to get the Clarity Potion and the Healing Salve. But wow, what a great start already. What a way to open this best of 3. What a way to open the first semifinals of this World Cyber Games.
Yeah, we do see both Shadow Hunters coming out. Grubby did pick up a heal pod on his Shadow Hunter, while Lin just picked up a Speed Scroll, so...
Yeah, I like Grubby's decision more. Oh, this is really risky. That Blade Master doesn't have Windwalk even, so Speed Scroll has to be getting used by Grubby's Shadow Hunter, and there we go. He does use the Speed Scroll. Perhaps one more Hex can go up. One more Hex does go up, but I'm not sure if that's one more Windwalk for Lin's Blade Master. I think Grubby is safe in this situation. Both players used the healing, so wow, great. Sick stuff.
That was quite close for Grubby again. He's playing pretty risky, but I like his play right here.
Yep. No, definitely you have to take some risk. What I don't like from Lin right now is that he doesn't have Speed Scroll anymore, and he doesn't have a Healing Salve on his Shadow Hunter. That is very risky. If Grubby would actually get a new Healing Speed Scroll, and he would go for the Shadow Hunter straight away, Lin's Shadow Hunter is almost is doomed to fall down. There's no way you can keep it alive. Yeah. Oh, double claw for Lin already. That's gonna help out. Lin's getting decent items this game. Grubby's Raider is out already, but the Ensnare is probably not researched yet, and he has to be careful because you don't want to lose that Raider too fast. Oh, Lin is going for the risky creep. They're going for the Goblin Merchant, and Grubby's right there with his Blade Master. Wow, it would have been great for Grubby if he actually was there with his hero. Oh my god, Grubby steals the Sobi mask.
Wow, definitely great play by Grubby there, getting that, and gonna steal that creep right there.
Wow, Grubby getting both these creeps of this camp so far, and one grunt running a little bit low from Lin. Wow, look at this harassment, what Grubby's been doing with just this one Blade Master right here. Finally a Hex going off, so that grunt is going to be able to stay maybe perhaps a little bit alive. Healing Potion being used by Grubby, and he takes down one more. So that's 2 creeps and a grunt, perhaps one more. Now there we go, finally Dust of Appearance being used. But that was great by Grubby. That's actually what he needed to get back into this game a little bit.
Yeah, and that Sobi Mask is definitely a great item. Can put that on your Shadow Hunter, and he will regen mana much faster than Lin's Shadow Hunter, so that's definitely good for him. And he is going to pass it over to the Shadow Hunter, like we said. We got level 2 and level 2 for Grubby versus 2-1, so Grubby is leading right now in the hero levels.
Yeah, even though Lin's Blade Master has a lot more HP. But getting a Sobi Mask was a really huge deal. Also getting the Grunt go. He did lose his Healing Potion, but that's okay. Lin is actually suspecting that Grubby is doing the same thing as he was just doing, and he's totally right about it. But he's gonna arrive a little bit too late, at least for the majority of this backstep. But there is still the main character. But Grubby is gonna use his Dust of Appearance, that's for sure. There we go, first Dust of Appearance being used. Hex going off on both Blade Masters, but Grubby is gonna pick up the item, and it's gonna be Vampiric Aura. Wow.
That's definitely the best item I think he could get from this creep. And one Raider is going to fall down for Lin, and a Grunt will fall down for Grubby right here. Spirit Walkers are casting Spirit Link, trying to absorb that damage. And we do see Grubby buying a heal scroll, so that'll be good for him. Grubby bringing in peons to help with the Spirit Link to absorb some of that damage. And Lin also bringing peons from across the map right here.
Second Walker arriving for Lin, and that's what he needs because he's 3 guns against 2 grunts, and there's also still a Raider. Lin's Blade Master taking quite some damage actually. The second Raider of Grubby arriving already. You can really see what that Bestiary Cancel did in the end, and it's going to be hard for Lin to actually be able to kill units. The Spirit Walker finally first Raider for Lin, but he's going to lose one more grunt in the process. He's going to try to kill Grubby's grunt. He does manage to finish it off with a critical strike. Both players microing excellent in this fight. Lin really needs to take down one of the Raiders though. I mean, he doesn't really have anything that does a lot of damage. He has those Spirit Walkers. He's going to try to take down that other Spirit Walker. One of his Spirit Walkers getting end-snared. Grubby kills his Spirit Walker with a critical strike, and this is looking fairly good for Grubby.
Yeah, Grubby's, the food is about even right now, but definitely the 2 Raiders are definitely helping kill the units. You need that ensnare to hold those units together, otherwise you can just run them away. Lin does bring in that second Raider for him, so that's definitely good for him, but Grubby's units are quite weak right now. One Raider falling down for Grubby, and another one for Lin.
It's turning around a little bit right now. That level 3 Blade Master with those 2 claws helping around. Grubby has to be really careful with his Shadow and the critical strike being used. Not sure how much mana he has left. Lin has to use that one Spirit Walker, which is just idling there. Whoa, this Blade Master is getting surrounded. Lin actually really turning out this. Yeah, getting on top of this battle. This Blade Master from Grubby is going to be able to get around. Perhaps his Spirit Walker is going to fall down. It's getting switched into Eternal form, so it can't get attacked anymore. Those peons are going to fall down. Grubby down to 34 supply, 32 supply after this peon falls down. And Lin actually really being in the advantage right now. Grubby starting off great that fight. He kept his Raiders alive from the final moment. But Lin's Blade Master just doing a lot more damage, and that really added up in the long run. Yeah. What I also was a little bit surprised about is that Grubby focused Lin's Blade Master for a really long time in the start of this fight. He brought it down from like 700 HP to 250 HP, but then he didn't really like try to go in for the kill. He didn't go in for a Hex on that Blade Master, didn't go in for a Speed Scroll or whatever. And I mean, meanwhile that Blade Master was just regenerating a little bit again, certainly with those Speed Scrolls, healing scrolls I should say, being used. And that really ended up as a good side for Lin, because then he was actually able to finally kill a couple of Grubby's units, because in the start he didn't kill anything.
Yeah, I mean, Lin definitely turned that fight around for him. It looked really good for Grubby at first, but we did see Lin coming in here. He knows Grubby's creeping here right now. Grubby's going to pull this creep out to try and kill it right here. And Lin's Blade Master is windwalked around there. Grubby definitely knows this, and he's going to use Dust on it.
But Grubby knows that he's not going to be able to take down this this Blade Master with that Shadow Hunter being around and those Spirit Walkers. But Lin already did what he wanted to do. Lin should be a little bit careful though. I'm not too sure if he does have the bigger army right now, but he doesn't have a Kodo Beast, and that Kodo Beast might just be huge. There we go. Grubby's both of his heroes leveling up to level 3, and he picks up a Potion of Greater Mana. Wow, what a great drop for Grubby, and what a great amount of experience. And Lin knows right now there's no way he's going to be able to take that fight with level 2 Shadow Hunter and no Kodo Beast.
Yeah, he definitely needs to go and creep himself. He only has a level 2 Shadow Hunter. He needs to get that to level 3 to compete with Grubby. And Grubby is going to go up to 50 food right now, and he's just probably going to sit there. Lin's at 42 right now, so he's a little bit behind on the food and hero levels. He needs some good items and some creeping right now.
Yeah, I hope for Lin that he gets a decent item from this camp. Something you don't want to get is something like Scroll of the Beast, because with the Spirit Walks being out already, it's just going to be disenchanted. Here we go, and it's a greater healing potion. Well, that's okay, but it's not as great, not as game-breaking as the Greater Mana Potion, but it's a good item nevertheless.
Yeah,
his Shadow Hunter is going to be up to level 3 as well.
Yeah, I mean, he does get level 3 Shadow Hunter. Grubby does have that Scourge Bone Chimes, and that's pretty much, that aura is going to really help in those later fights. Every attack those units do are going to regen health for him.
And Grubby's looking in for the backstab here, and this is actually, I think this is a lot better for Grubby than it is for Lin. That Raider is running low straight away, but we have that Vampiric Aura, and we have that Kodo Beast joining in. I'm not sure if that's a Kodo Beast from Lin arriving at the left side of the map, but if it's not a Kodo Beast, then Lin is in trouble.
Yeah, that Kodo Beast is going to be crucial for this fight. Lin probably doesn't want to fight this yet until that Kodo Beast arrives. There it is. It is going to come into the battle, and I think Lin is ready to fight in right now. Blade Master is being focused right now. He needs to be careful. He does have that greater heal pot, though.
Oh, so nice disenchant being used by Lin straight away, also getting a crow. Lin has to cast Spirit Link on his Kodo Beast, though. His Kodo Beast is taking way more damage. There we go. Spirit Link being casted. Healing Salve should go off straight away. Disenchant being used by Grubby. That Kodo Beast is in a little bit too vulnerable position, and it's going to fall down already. You don't want to lose your Kodo Beast too fast. Grubby is going to lose one grunt in the process, and he used the healing scroll as well. But still, the Blade Master is losing quite some HP, but he does have that potion of greater healing. But he has to be careful. One Spirit Walker falling down from Lin, and actually Grubby is going out on top of this fight so far.
Yeah, Grubby's definitely doing a good job this fight. He did waste that heal wave on that Spear Walker. Grubby did get a critical strike and did kill that. The Kodo Beast went down very, very early in the fight, and that is not good for Lin. That decreases his damage output right now, and his Blade Master is very low. We do see another Kodo coming in for Lin. The food count right now is 44 versus 47 for Lin, and it's about even right now. So, and this Kodo Beast is going to die from Lin again, while Grubby's is still alive, and that's very crucial for these Orc battles.
Yep, and Lin losing one more Kodo Beast in the left side of the map. Grubby really coming on top of this fight. Lin's Blade Master being surrounded. It doesn't have any Windwalk anymore though, so he has to be careful, but this is looking really, really bad for Lin. Look at this one grunt. It's probably going to fall down to the Blade Master as well. The Blade Master with boots of speed. There we go. He takes it down. And this is Grubby still at 50 supply. Almost didn't lose any unit. Maybe he lost like 1 or 2 units. One more Kodo Beast for Lin is out though, but look at this army. It's so small and it's so weakened. Healing scroll going up. He didn't have enough mana on his shadow. And look at the Blade Master getting disenchant once more. He does still have that great healing potion. Doesn't he know he doesn't have it? The critical strike falls down, and Grubby and Lin calls GG. So Grubby takes the first map in fashion. Excellent play, but a little bit lucky with all the items he got. Got a greater mana potion, got that Scorch Bone Chime. Also managed to get the Sobi Mask. He did steal the Sobi Mask though, so that's just bonus points to him. But those items really made the change in that fight.
Yeah, those items definitely helped. I mean, the greater mana pot and the Sobi Mask. He's going to regen